Welcome to the S Word Live. I am sitting here in Dublin, right on the Grand Canal. We're just on the balcony of our Airbnb. We're checking out soon. It has been an amazing week here, but I want to share with you the one thing, my secret to getting the call when they think of your industry. So a lot of people ask me, hey Renee, hey Katrina, how are you? They ask me, hey Renee, why did you choose just sales? And I said, I obviously have been in business since 1996. I could absolutely help people with lots of different areas of business, but I've chosen to focus on the sales aspect for a couple reasons. And number one is because it's different. There's a lot more business coaches out there than there are sales coaches. So many of my clients, once I help them with their sales, I'm able to help them with their business. And the bottom line is this, is when you seek to be different, you get attention, you get results. And since attention is the religion of planet internet, I am revealing this secret to you. So let's use an example. I'm here in Dublin, and it's really super easy to hear an Irish accent. But when you hear an American accent, especially when we went out into the country, like into Galway and Kilkenny, people would say, oh, where are you from? Like people would stop on the street just because they heard us talking, and they would ask, where are you from? So they would stop us just because we were different, because we stood out, because we obviously didn't belong in that area, and people wanted to know more. Isn't that what you want about your business? You want people to stop you, call you, and ask, can you tell me more? Right? And so you think about, where else can you be different? Well, I think about that that movie. Oh my gosh, I just lost the name of it now because I'm looking at my son's trying to get my attention, who obviously wants some candy for breakfast, and we know that that is not going to happen. So just because we're on vacation, you still can't have candy for breakfast. So there's a movie where this kid, I'll think of it in a second. He's over here in, I think, England, and he goes to America, and he's got a backpack full of condoms. And it's because he knows when he goes to, I think he flies to Wisconsin, and he's like, I'm going to go to some bar in Wisconsin, and I'm going to find the girl of my dreams. And of course, in the movie, it's a silly rom-com movie. Love Actually, that's what it is. Love Actually, that's the movie. He is like, I'm different. I'm going to go there, and here, I'm just a nerdy old kid, but over there, I'm Prince William. Right? And he goes over and he meets like all these amazing, gorgeous women, of course, they're like supermodels, and he brings them to the UK, and he's the Superman now. So how can you be different? Maybe it's, and here's some examples. Here's some things you can actually do. Maybe it's just sending a thank you card. Maybe it's actually sending snail mail, right? You get somebody on your list, maybe you ask them for their address, and even if they haven't bought anything from you yet, you send them a card, like, thank you for joining my list. Wouldn't that be different? Wouldn't that be unique? A handwritten note, when do we ever get those anymore? Or what if when someone does buy your program or your service or get brought on from you, what if you sent them something? Uber Eats or flowers or a handwritten letter. These are all things that I've done throughout my sales career to stand out and to be different, to get the attention of the decision maker so that they ask me, hey, you stood out. Tell me more. What makes you different? Because at the end of the day, it's not about if you're better. Because I'm sure you've seen people around you that are getting all the clients, they're filling all their programs, and you look at them and you see their portfolio and you're like, they are not better than me. Why are they getting all the clients? Has it ever happened to you? Yeah, it has. It's because better doesn't matter. I mean, it's important that you have quality services and it's important that you are amazing at what you do, but just because someone isn't better than you doesn't mean that everyone's going to flock to you. They don't know yet because you're not standing out. And so to stand out, look for those unique little things to be different. And by being different, and looking for those sweet little anecdotes. Maybe it's something that your old school ways come through. Like people always tell me, oh, your old school ways. You sent someone a card, or you sent someone flowers, or you sent someone a special, even if it's just a personal message, even if it's just a one-on-one private message. Those are rare. Not every in the age of automation, so many people are relying on the automation and the copywriters to sell their products and services. At the end of the day, people want you. And so be different by showing them you, by showing them your story, by doing the little bitty things that you think maybe don't matter, but your Aunt Susie always did and always made you feel special. Try those things. These are actions that you can take this week to improve your sales. These are things you can do right now to fill your programs. You can stand out and you can be different. You don't have to go take another certification. You don't need to learn one more thing. You just need to think about, how can I stand out and how can I be different? Report back. Tell me in the comments, how are you going to be different? Let me know. Send me a personal message. How are you going to be different? Do you need someone to give you some encouragement? Maybe a permission slip? Here it is. Be different. That's your secret. Have a great day, Planet Internet.